Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. We have breaking news regarding Alejandro Garnacho, Manchester United star boy. The Argentinian little whiz kid has signed his new contract at Manchester United, which will keep him at the club until at least 2028. And this is massive news for Manchester United. We obviously also be discussing reaction to yesterday's defeat. Well, I say defeat, slip of the tongue. It feels like that because we were 2-0 up and drew 2-2 in the end. So we'll be reflecting on that and also discussing Harry Kane's future as Manchester United fans yesterday at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium sang about seeing Harry Kane in the summer, and potentially he could be about to join Manchester United, although I'm sure if he does, or even if he doesn't, it's probably going to be a prolonged little chase during this summer, although United are trying to avoid that. So we'll get stuck into all these things, but most importantly, Alejandro Garnacho. Before we do that, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, liking, commenting, sharing, and all that stuff. I know we've not had as much content recently, but we are going to try and get back into the swing of things with our daily content, and starting right here with this Alejandro Garnacho news. The United official website, so it is official, is saying Man United are pleased to announce that Alejandro Garnacho has signed a new contract that will extend his stay at the club until the 30th of June 2028. He has already made 31 appearances for the senior team at the age of 18, and we're missing him as well. He's been out injured. We are missing his presence, even coming from the bench. He's been a fantastic addition to the Manchester United squad. He's developed really well, and Erik ten Hag's doing well with him as well by not rushing him, by not starting him every game, giving him too much too soon, just slowly but surely bedding him into a team that's actually doing quite well, despite the negative feelings following yesterday's result. Garnacho himself said, "When I joined this incredible club, I dreamt of achieving my debut, playing at Old Trafford, scoring my first goal and winning trophies with this badge on my chest. I feel very proud." He's done all of those things. "I feel very proud and emotional to have experienced these moments already, together with my family who have supported me every step of the way. We are all humbled to have this chance to continue our journey at United and have already begun to work on achieving the next set of targets and ambitions. The manager and his coaching staff have helped me to improve in every way, and with their support I am developing each day to help the team be successful. I'm relishing the future and can't wait to create more special memories with this group in front of our amazing supporters." So that is what Alejandro Garnacho has said in relation to his new contract at the club, and we've seen those pictures of him with Erik ten Hag and stuff signing his new deal. Massive news for Manchester United, because you had the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona sniffing around him. He's a huge talent. He could go anywhere. Many teams would want to sign him if he was to become available, and I'm sure in the future we might have some transfer interest from elsewhere in the future as well. But if Manchester United can build a team that is successful, wins trophies, challenges for the top titles every single season, which hopefully we can do with new owners under Erik ten Hag's guidance, then Manchester United will be the place for Alejandro Garnacho to be. And so far we've developed him really well, and hopefully we can continue to do that. I'm buzzing with that news, absolutely buzzing, because we had heard he was going to sign and it's potentially going to sign at this, that and the other, but they managed to get it done while he's been out injured. Hopefully back soon as well. He has been pictured in training, but I don't think he's been in full training yet, and it's probably a couple of weeks away from a return. Anyway, looking at yesterday. Actually, before we do that, we haven't discussed this yet. Obviously, today is the day when it's the third round of bidding deadline fight by the Glazers. They're doing my head in with this. I just can't wait to see the back of them. But we're hearing rumours about Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos potentially giving them a deal which sees Jim Ratcliffe buy a percentage of the club, which would make him the majority shareholder, but Joel and Avram Glazer stick around and as part owners of the club, with still a huge say in what... this guy says he's a Manchester United fan. Are you really? And you want the Glazers to stick around? Are you that desperate? You can't stump up all the money, so you're trying to finance these clowns to stay at the club. I'm hoping when this does get resolved that we have completely new owners, no matter who they are. We just need completely see the back of the Glazers for once and for all. Obviously, there's protests as well on Sunday going ahead before the Manchester United versus Aston Villa game as well. You know, Manchester United fans want rid of these guys. We all do. We have done since 2005. Since before they arrived, we didn't want them to take ownership. And now they're here, we don't want them even more. But yeah, man, dragging their heels on the way out. And they're delaying things for us as well. We can't really prepare for the new season without having our ownership cleared up. So that's annoying. As I said, yesterday was disappointing. The second half, but look, I don't think we played like vintage stuff in the first half, but we created plenty of chances. Probably could have got more goals. The goals that we did score were fantastic. Bruno's chance in the second half when he megs the defender and hits the post, that would have been one of the goals of the season. I would have went mad if that goal went in. Bruno was so good, but I think the rest of the team kind of let us down, especially in the second half. The substitutions didn't work from Erik ten Hag. And like he said, we seem to play at 90%. Now, I know, you know, a lot of those players would have played 120 minutes against Brighton in an emotional semi-final, you know what I mean? And that probably took its toll in the second half. But that Spurs side were there for the taking. We could have won that game 3-4, 5-0. And that's not even an exaggeration. Spurs fans were on their backs, they were on the owners' back, they were on the players' backs. And we allowed them to grow in confidence in the game. It's frustrating. It's not the first time we've done it this season. During the game, United fans sang to Harry Kane about seeing him in the summer. And the more time that passes, I do feel like that one's going to possibly happen. And obviously, Harry Kane is a world-class striker. I've had some reservations about it, but mainly pros if you're signing Harry Kane. In fact, you know, he's one of the best strikers in the world. At various points in his career, he's been the best striker in the world. And to come to Manchester United, he could potentially have an RVP-esque impact on a team, although we would still need to improve elsewhere. And if you gave Erik ten Hag a striker fully fit this season, I don't know where we'd be. Do you know what I mean? You could. I know we need other players, but we've been pretty much without a striker all season. And that's not helped at all. So bringing in a striker, someone like Harry Kane that's guaranteed those goals as well, would be huge for United. Although part of me does sometimes go, should we focus on maybe a younger option? Because any striker is going to cost, any good, you know, if you go for Ivan Toney, probably 70, 80 million. If he goes for Osimhen, it's probably 120 million as well. Similar price to Harry Kane. Now, United are hoping to avoid a prolonged chase of him by entering into these negotiations now, but that's going to require Harry Kane to make some move, you know what I mean? United aren't going to be able to make this happen on their own. Although he's got 1 year left on his contract from the summer, he could potentially go on a free. He needs to make Daniel Levy know what's happening if he wants to make that move. And if he wants to be a winner, I've criticised him a lot over the years because I thought, bruv, you could have won so many trophies, you would have just got out of there. And winners win. And winners do what it takes to, you know, win. And he's kind of just moped around at Spurs for a bit. It's time to kick on. And he could do that at United, giving him the platform. I mean, even when we haven't been in our most vintage of trophy-winning years over the last 10 years, we've still lifted an FA Cup, 2 League Cups, a Europa League. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're keeping it locked. United play Villa at the weekend. Big game. We need to win that. Or definitely not lose. If we play like we did in the second half, we will lose. Because Unai Emery's got something going on there. But if we can win that game, that pretty much cements top 4. I think we need 4 wins out of our 7 remaining games to cement Champions League football. You probably don't need 4 wins as well. That's mathematically. But is everyone below us, or are everyone below us going to win? Is Spurs going to win every game? No. Liverpool? Probably not. You know, you're looking at all those teams below us. Are they going to win every single game? Aston Villa, they've got some difficult fixtures between now and the end of the season. So 3 wins probably does it for United. And hopefully we can get a big one of those at the weekend. And then you can start towards the end of the season looking ahead towards that June the 3rd FA Cup final, which is massive. So yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're keeping it locked to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. And I'm out of here.